Hi everyone, it's been a while. So today we'll talk about understanding your depression. You haven't seen me in about a month, 2 months, because I've been depressed in my own way. I haven't been going to the gym because I couldn't. I lost use of 90% of my body. I wasn't eating healthy. I gained about 20 to 30 pounds. And just waking up every day was kind of like more of a nuisance than anything. But eventually, I usually get myself out of the groove by I'll see myself every day and start seeing the negativity it's causing, and I'll slowly start getting out of it. So I kind of been going back to the gym. I still don't have full use of my left hand, but I made a promise that starting at the end of this week, I would make my plan to go back to the gym and maybe compete before the end of the year. But the big thing is, I was supposed to be stuttering. Apparently, I was supposed to be working out for an MS charity event bike ride, about 150 miles that I did last year that I wanted to do this year, but it didn't work out. I think I rode like 10 times total. Obviously, my relapses and me losing 90% of my body kind of got in the way, but this past weekend I did it. It was exhausting, and I definitely strained a couple muscles here and there, but the fact is I could do it with little to no practice. And I finished really well. But that got me back in the mindset saying, cool, if you can do this, you can get back into the groove. It's just up to you. So I started my diet again. I was at 220. I'm like, it's been roughly, I'd say about almost 5 days to a week. And I've already lost 10 pounds just because fat's easier to lose than muscle. But muscle's harder to gain than fat. You can get fat real fast. You can't get muscular real fast, but you can also lose fat way faster than you can lose muscle. So I'm about 209 as of this morning. I've been counting my calories, making sure I'm eating not super healthy, but I'm making sure that I get the nutrition that I need. But that's because I know my depression. I know how to get out of it. I've done it before. I've done it many times. And your disease or your understanding of what's wrong with you will help you with this. But you might be doing this alone. And I'm just like, I say this because some people are married, some people have kids, some people have boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And your significant other might help you get out the funk or tell you that you're in a funk. But listening to them is a whole different story. So, what you need to start doing is if you have 5 minutes a day, just see what you're doing daily and see if it is, I'm going to put this in quotation marks, normal. And I say normal because you could be doing a lot of things that are unhealthy daily that you're not doing now. I wouldn't go back to those, such as maybe you drink every day and you haven't been doing it for a week. That's not normal, I guess, but it's also not healthy. I'm talking about like if you're used to running every day, or you're used to drawing every day, or maybe you make sculptures but you haven't done it in a while because you've been kind of like in a funk. Try to start getting back to it. Even if you take 5 minutes out of your day to do that, then 10, then 15, so on and so forth. Write down when you start coming back. You'll start noticing things and seeing improvement. I always see where my numbers are. I take my new maxes, whether it starts at 1 pound or 500 pounds. I'll start training from there, and I'll work my way to get better so that I get better and better. Sorry about the whole shaky cam. I have a thing where I bounce my leg up and down, and I completely didn't even acknowledge it until I saw the camera. But your depression will depend on how fast you can get over it. Some people are clinically depressed. That's a whole different ballgame. But most of us are just sad because life isn't really going the way we're used to. But it's our job to make sure we can get back there. And to get back there, we have to acknowledge the fact that we are depressed. And it's just like so many people, that's the hard part, is saying you are depressed. And people are like, I'm not depressed. It's just I'm in a funk. You're depressed. You need to start understanding why you are depressed. So sit down. Take 5 minutes out of your day. Start writing things down. Start going back to what you're used to. And you'll be surprised how happy you get each day. I'm like, hell, I've lost 11 pounds already, and I'm very happy because, yes, I don't have my six pack, or I'm not as big as I was. My legs aren't as big, And people that know me is I love having big legs, and the fact that I can definitely tell they're significantly smaller, I can definitely tell my gut's significantly bigger, that bothers me. Not because I care what everyone else thinks, because I know what I can hold my standards to, and I haven't been doing it. So I'll get back to training and I'll set goals for the end of the year, and I'll work my ass off to get there. The fact is, I know if I can do a 150-mile ride with no training and pushing myself to the limits, then I know I can do this. But this is what you have to start understanding. What are your limits? Can you push through or push beyond those actions? And so many people say, "Oh, I can't do it again. I can't do it again." You have to do it again, because that's the point of life, basically. You keep going over and over and over again. And unfortunately, there are jokingly some people that are able to sell their bath water, because that's a big thing in the news now, for $30 a pop and make a fortune off of it. And there's some of us that have to work every day of our lives to barely make ends meet. If you want to be the person to sell your bath water, you have to start understanding, how can I improve and become better? And maybe one day you're not a millionaire, but maybe one day you're well off. Well off usually makes people smile. But you can't stop being well off if you can't get in control of your own health and your ability to smile and breathe and be happy. So start writing things down, start understanding your depression. I'm curious to see what you all think when you're depressed, so leave comments, message me on Instagram. I'm always in the mood to talk. Well, not always, but most of the time. I'll start making more videos again. I hope you all have a happy, I think it's 4th of July, so behave yourselves. Don't do anything crazy.